What's cracking, guys? Welcome to episode 7 of my FC Utrecht career mode. This will definitely be a very lengthy episode, I have to say, because there's going to be a lot of games and transfer business, so stay tuned for that. It's a bit longer than usual, but we'll get into it by seeing we have got an offer here from Amberger SV for our goalkeeper, Robin Ruider. So it's going to be definitely very interesting here. He's age 27, he's 74 overall. He could probably grow, but if we can get a little bit more funds for him, that would be nice as well. So I did offer Respawn with 6.8, and they did accept. I was honestly not expecting them to take that, but they did here. So that'd be interesting to see what happens if he does end up signing eventually. But now I'm going to look at Sergej Savic. Definitely a very promising 6'4" center defenseman. You can see his strength looks great. He's just a physical beast. He could probably play center back as well, considering his height and his ability. But you can see we did get another offer. It was officially accepted, player sold for 6.8, so we're going to get 6 million euros added to our budget. So definitely want to know if you guys think I should go after another keeper. I did sign a backup keeper, essentially just on loan, just in case, so we'll see how that works out. And if you do have any ideas of keepers, just give me suggestions in the comment box below. But here, definitely a big match against Ajax. Definitely want to close in on them, try to push up as high in the table as possible. Do have some interesting players on their squad. They did bring in Robbie Keane, and of course Shone and Victor Fischer you definitely want to look out for as well. So and just a very complete team overall, I have to say. So we'll see how we can respond against them in this first matchup, which is quite big. But again, we'll basically have the lineup we've been going with for the most part, but of course we've had some injuries, so Zula will be playing at left back, but other than that, Barazait and Rubio, Ruben, and Boymans up top, and of course Ayub, Fuentes, and Gomez in the middle. So we'll see how this goes, but you see a good chance here. Nice ball played from Ayub to Fuentes, allowing us to push forward. Fuentes gets the ball back here. He's going to play the ball to Boymans, back to Ayub, and he is going to finish that, sneak that in near post, of course, and we do grab a very quick goal here, which is great to see. So definitely exciting to grab this opener. As you can see, it was a really nice little bit of a run, and it's a great finish as well, and of course kind of exploiting that short post, unfortunately, which I hope is fixed in FIFA. But Ayub has been very effective offensively, but unfortunately we do get an injury here to Barazait, our center attacking mid, so we'll see how he what happens here. I decided to bring on Aller, and I'm going to push Rubio Ruben down to center attacking mid. Of course he can play there. I've seen some people say that he's probably better at that spot, so we'll see how he performs there. You see here late in the matchup, a good little opportunity as Keane is going to play the ball, but what a tackle there to deflect that over. So some nice defense, I have to say, for the most part in this game. As you can see, again, a great sliding deflection essentially to put that away and over the bar for a corner kick. Nothing would come out of that one, but you'll see they're going to try to come back again. Have plenty of time. They're going to send this cross, and what a chance there. It goes wide, thankfully. So we get away with one off of what was a great cross and a great attempt. But you can see, unfortunately, it looks like that's Ayub down. So we're going to have to try to push forward and try to grab a goal despite being down a man, as he is still on the ground there. But it's in a very terrible spot. As you can see, essentially Ayub is going to keep him on, Robbie Keane onside, and he's going to finish that tremendously for what was his first goal this season. What a volley from Robbie Keane, who obviously came over from LA Galaxy either in this transfer window or the window before. So what a finish from him. But you'll see in the replay that essentially Ayub kept him on. He's walking off the pitch. Look at this. He was off as he was behind our two center backs, but Ayub did keep him on. But either way, it was a tremendous finish. Very unlucky, and I think FIFA really needs to kind of fix that, because that just should not happen. I've seen stuff like that happen in other career modes and the like. But we try to push forward and grab a goal here. Ayub, who has picked up that knock but stayed on, tries to play through. Gomez is going to take a shot. That was a beautiful flick, I have to say, before to Gomez, but unfortunately we cannot finish that chance. But they're going to try to come back here, basically free down the wing, send this ball in. A good little opportunity, but a big save by our goalkeeper there. So a great job from him, stepping in essentially for Ruder. But they're going to try to come back. Some gorgeous play here down the wing. But what a slide tackle here to deflect that away, as that looked like a free chance. But here's another chance, but a big save as well. Maybe should have done a lot better, as essentially Keane was able to get that easily and play him through. But either way, a draw against Ajax is not bad. We'll take the points here against a team that is probably superior to us in that sense. But either way, it would have been nice to grab the win, but it didn't happen, unfortunately. So Barzite is going to be out for 4 weeks, and then Ayub is going to be out for 3 weeks. So and my plans are essentially to grab a center mid anyways, to add some depth, and that way I can push Cesar Fuentes to right back. So we'll see how that goes. Again, we're going to take a look at Savic here, try to offer him, they did say, I believe that's 3 million euros, so we're going to try to get it down to 2 million euros, see what goes on here. He does look like he has some great stats, but we're also going to take a look at Ole Christensen, a quality young midfielder from Rosenborg, of course. Definitely want to see how he, if we can get him on our side. You can see he looks pretty good here with that price point of 2.8 million euros, so fairly cheap. And of course we've opened up on wages, but we're also going to get an offer in for Thomas Orr, who really just has not performed much when he's had the chance. And of course we switched to the diamond formation, which has pushed him out of the lineup essentially. So we're going to try to get a little bit more for him from Queens Park Rangers here. So definitely would like to be able to offload him as well to add some funds to our side. So you see Savic, they do say just a bit more here in 2.4 million euros. Of course, they did say 3.1 originally, so I guess that would be some good business. We'll see if they do end up, we can bring him into our side, because I definitely think he will make a huge impact, as you'd be able to push Gomez up higher up the pitch and Fuentes to right back, and he would definitely help reassure our backline in that spot, I have to say, because he's a quality defender. But again, with Ayub, we're going to bring in one of our young players, have him play at center back there, Ramselaar. So definitely looking forward to seeing how he performs here. Of course, a bit on the younger side. He's only like a 61, I believe. So I definitely hope can overperform essentially for us. But you see, good overlap here from Kum, and he's going to send the ball here to Ruben. He's going to have the chance, but a big save there. So unfortunately, we cannot take advantage of a nice little chance. So we'll see if we can capitalize here on a corner kick. Guema is going to put this in. Lewin unfortunately heads that over the bar. A nice bit of a chance there, but we cannot take advantage of it, unfortunately. But you'll see we're going to have some space out wide, and just going to put the ball back onto his right foot. Going to try to cross this in now, and what a ball to Boymans, and it's going to deflect off the keeper, and Fuentes is going to pick up the scraps there on a bit of a weird parry from the goalkeeper. But either way, we will take it as we go up 1-0 in this matchup. So definitely glad to be going up here against Heracles. Definitely, I believe we did play them earlier and it did not go well, essentially, is what I'll say. But a good chance here and a great finish from Fuentes, picking up the scraps off of a maybe poor piece of goalkeeping, you could say. But of course he's gotten on board before, which is nice to see from our center mid slash right back. So you'll see here they do have a big chance, a very cheap corner right after the goal essentially. So we'll see how they respond here. They put this ball in, and unfortunately it looks like that's a penalty from Boymans. I had a feeling it was going to be one of those short those corners just kind of low crossed in there, and it was. Unfortunately, me bringing it over Boymans effectively cost us a penalty. As you can see, it does look like he clipped him in the back of his thigh. What's the back of the thigh called? Don't feel like talking. Hamstring, I think. And you'll see here they go right down the middle, and we do give a big goal. I should have just stayed down the middle, but unfortunately I did not. They're going to grab a goal there. So it's been a very chaotic matchup, as you'll see, as the ball comes back in on this throw-in back in the middle. What a run here from some poor defending as well, and that's going to be an easy short post finish again. So give up really 2 goals almost right after another, which is very unfortunate, as he really just blew by the defenders and is going to slot that away. Very frustrating, I have to say, but we do have to try to capitalize here and make more of it, as Ramselaar is going to push the ball back out wide to Zulo, and he's going to play the ball back in. The ball is going to fall to Aller, is going to beat his defender, and he's going to take a tremendous shot and finish that. So essentially right after kickoff, we come back and tie it in what has certainly been a chaotic matchup, but it's been fun chaos, at least. So you can see again, that's a tremendous finish from Aller, grabbing his first goal for us. Of course, has been on loan. It's not exactly played too much, but I decided to give him a shot, and he has showed well so far. Of course, only 2 games in, but we'll see how he continues to perform. Ball's going to be put here out wide. A great ball here to Gomez. He's going to take a shot and probably could have played whoever that was through. I think it was Ramsalar to basically have a tap in, but unfortunately just turned around, looked for the shot. But either way, Lewin is going to get this one on target after missing earlier in the matchup and grab her 3rd goal of the game to go ahead here in the first half. 5 goals, of course, just in this first half so far is pretty crazy. So hopefully we can try to hold on to this lead and basically clamp down and keep this at this level, at this scoreline, or try to improve and win this matchup, grab the 3 points. But here, Ramsar is going to have some space. He's going to send this ball in. What a finish from Boymans there. The big man, of course, has been on a bit of a drought. I don't remember him scoring too much lately, so nice to see him get back on the board here with that finish. Of course, he conceded the penalty, so it's nice to see him making up for that here with a nice bit of play. But essentially, there was not too much going on after that, and we were able to hold on after a chaotic first half with 6 goals. Nothing really happened in the second half, which is great to see, unless it would have been more goals from us. But either way, that's a tremendous victory in what was a crazy matchup. And as you can see now, 2.6 is what QPR is offering, so we'll just accept it. It wasn't really in our plans in the first place, so we'll take it and run and take the extra money and try to maybe grab a goalkeeper and be able to have these funds for these two center mids and center defensive mids we're going to look after. So as you can see, Christian Sanchez is going to want maybe 7 million euros, but we're going to try to offer a little bit more and just try to bring him out into our squad as quick as possible. Let him try to make an impact. And Savic here, of course, decent wages for these guys too, which is nice to see. They're not too expensive. Of course, they're still young players, so they don't want those huge wages yet, which is great to see. He's definitely going to start right away, I have to say, and sometimes he's probably going to get a couple games before Ayoub is healthy as well. He didn't like the offer at first because he would be homesick or whatever, so we'll offer a little bit more. It's not that much money. It's not going to hurt us or anything, so we will take that. And as you can see, Orr is sold as well, so we do have some funds to work with, and I will end up grabbing a couple of youth scouts because I do think youth players are a big part of the Dutch system, developing those young players. So I will be trying to bring in a couple with some cheap scouts. Hopefully we can find some gems. Probably gonna scout in Netherlands and maybe another country as well. But you'll see here, Peck School definitely going to be an interesting matchup as they are fairly close. You don't want to let them try to close in on us by giving up dropping some points against them. Some great defense, honestly. This match wasn't the most exciting, so I'm just be showing some random chances. There wasn't too much going on, unfortunately. But you see, Ramsaler is going to play Fuentes here. Of course, does get down the wing nicely. He's going to play the ball back to Aller and just scuffs that shot. Unfortunately, probably should have tried to settle the ball down before taking a crazy, kind of just weird shot there. But Aller here is going to cut back and play the ball to Rubio Rubin, who has some space, of course. He's going to cut back in, show some great agility. He's going to take this shot, and unfortunately, Chest cannot finish there. But you see, late in the matchup, we're going to have a chance. Fuentes is a nice shot beating his defender. Gomez with the run from that center defensive mid spot. He's going to toe poke it in. What a finish there to grab 3 points away against Peck School. Of course, they are a tremendous they're always a good side, a dangerous side against us and in general, so we want to grab 3 points against them and just basically are running away with it now. Running away from their home with those 3 points is always great, and what was a very tight and honestly kind of a boring matchup. So either way, we do have a nice finish to that one, and we are able to grab the 3 points and try to push on into the league and improve our status in the table. So Gomez coming up big, of course. Maybe he feels the pressure from all these rumors of these midfielders coming in, so we're going to be able to bring in Christian Sanchez, the young center mid, of course, from Rosenborg. So now we're going to be able to bring in Savic. It looks like he wanted a little bit more money, so we'll take it. We'll offer him some more because I believe he was homesick. He didn't want to leave home, essentially, is what they always say, but then you have to offer him a little bit more. Thankfully, he didn't want the crazy amount some of the higher players want. They usually want like 30 or 40 more. So he took it, and we'll accept him, and he'll be a part of the squad, it looks like, for this final matchup against Feyenoord. Definitely a very interesting matchup as they have a nice lead in the table right now, as you'll see here. A lot of space between them and, of course, PSV and us as well. So they're really doing well in the league, it looks like. So we definitely want to kind of close that gap. And, of course, you'll see we have these new players in the squad, Savic and Sonez playing center mid and Fuentes playing right back, and Kum will be switched to left back, which is great to see because we'll have a lot more, be a bit more dynamic per se in those spots. Of course, Feyenoord is going to come out with that 4-3-3. Klaassen definitely want to look out for here. But Savic, look at this, man. He's gigantic. He's going to play a little bit of direct play. You can see him heading the ball back to Ruben, but he cannot control it there. That was a big chance there from Savic, creating an opportunity with his big frame there for Ruben. But you see we're going to get the ball back. Ruben does a nice job with Tony for that. Ball's going to be cut back. Gomez tried to play that in, but ball's going to fall back to Savic here. Does a great job. He takes a shot. Gets a bit of a deflection, but either way, what a debut from the 6'4" Serbian midfielder. What a finish from him. You can see he's just a giant here. 6'4" in the midfield, just pushes players off the ball. I believe I may have a highlight or two, but I do have Fuentes at right back, highlights of him because they both showed very well in their spots. But you see a bit of luck maybe, but it was a pretty hard hit, and he gets his first goal in his first appearance in his debut. What a magnificent story here from the young Serbian midfielder. But you'll see here we have a chance. Tunistra basically just gets closed down tremendously by Fuentes. Great stuff there. And again, some good defense as we just really lock them down, which is great to see. Of course, they're a quality side. But Ruben now is going to have some space. He's going to beat his defender, put this ball in for Sonez, and he's going to just hit that over. So close there from the young midfielder, and he just looks very solid, I have to say. So we'll see what happens when Ayoub comes back. But either way, there's some great depths to the side. But what a tackle here. What a deflection, excuse me. I believe that was actually a parry from the keeper, my bad. It's a bit laggy on my screen, I'm sorry. So either way, we grab the win from some great defense, a nice opportunistic goal from the debutant essentially in Savic. But you'll see here I was recommended to go after Zardes, and I'll let you guys make the decision. Of course, Boymans is on fire, so we could end up probably selling him for decent money next season. So I can see him lining up with Rubio Ruben and maybe looking for a better cam. But either way, I'm going to offer him, and we'll see what you guys think, if should I bring him in or not. I'll let you guys decide in the comment section below. But thanks for tuning into this episode, guys. I'll be running out now. You can see we're in great position on the table. Hope you stay tuned for this journey here, see if we can grab a Champions League spot essentially. But thanks for tuning in, guys. I'll be signing out now, and I'll catch you guys later.